Hey guys, uh, my name is Dylan Baxter. I'm just trying something a little new here. Um, you know, uh, I'll give you guys a little brief description of myself and why I'm doing this. Uh, Told you my name already. 29 years old, from Arkansas. Um, I'm on YouTube doing videos. What I want to do with this is help people like me. Get through hard times in life. And it's not because I've been through hard times. I have, but right now in my life, I'm going through the hardest time that I've ever had to go through, and I'll explain a little bit here in a minute. I got 3 kids, 2 boys. Bryson, my oldest, is 9 years old. Leighton is my middle child. He's 5 years old, and then I have Emerson, my beautiful daughter, who is 1 year old. I'm not married. I'm actually working on repairing, the most important relationship in my life. One of the most important relationships in my life. I'm really big on all my relationships, with my family, with my kids. I have a relationship with God, and, they're all very important to me. All right, a little bit more about me. I suffer from severe anxiety. I also have panic disorder. I get panic attacks a couple times a day. They're getting better lately, but I still struggle with them every day, and it's not something that everybody can relate to. They're tough. They're not something I would wish on my worst enemy. I don't. It's a struggle to get up in the mornings sometimes. Just because you're just so terrified of what's gonna happen. For those of you who have never experienced a panic attack, then that's lucky. They're not fun. They make you miserable, and I don't want anybody to have to live like that. It's gonna happen regardless of what I say or do, but maybe me sharing some of the stuff that I've been through can help some of you get through some tough times and some anxiety and some panic attacks. I was diagnosed with severe anxiety and panic disorder about 5 years ago. My first time ever having a panic attack. I was out of town doing some work with a friend of mine. Had me helping him move trailer homes and setting them up for people. I was about an hour and 15 minutes away from where I live, way out in the middle of nowhere, and my heart started, having palpitations. I had drank the night before. I was having some heart palpitations, and I didn't know why. This is the first time it ever happened to me. I just started skipping beats and beating real fast and skipping beats, and it went on for about 2 hours straight. I had the guy that I was working with rush me to the hospital because I didn't know what was going on. It was terrifying for me, but everything turned out okay. They ran an EKG on me when I got to the hospital. I said everything was fine, even though I could feel it. I could feel the palpitations in my heart, and the doctor said that there was nothing abnormal about it. So at times I still experience palpitations, and they still scare me, because something's not right in there. When your heart's not beating normally, it's just not normal, and it's still scary. But I've learned that I've experienced them plenty of times to where it's like, yeah, it's not fun, and it's scary, but it's happened to me plenty of times that I'm still alive. So I was placed on medication for anxiety. I was placed on Xanax. Before I go any further, I want to tell everybody that is the worst drug that I think anybody could ever be on. It's addictive. It's manipulating. I got to the point to where I think my anxiety got worse after I took it for several months and years. I think my anxiety got worse. I did get addicted to it. I wasn't abusing it at all. It was to the point to where my body was dependent on it. My mind was dependent on it. If I didn't have it with me, if I left the house and I left my medicine at home, anxiety and panic attacks through the roof. It was not fun. Sorry guys, this is my first video that I'm doing, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna get through this. Okay. Yeah, so I got really dependent on the drug, and it got to the point to where the medicine was working, but it was also making my anxiety worse. Like, not knowing when you're gonna have your next panic attack, or when your anxiety is gonna be bad. It's really limited me to what I can do and where I can go. I was really big into slow pitch softball several years ago, and of course there's traveling that comes with that, and I just couldn't do it anymore because I couldn't leave town. My anxiety would be really bad if I left town. It's like a comfort thing. If I go out of my comfort zone, I'm terrified and I'm scared, and my anxiety just goes through the roof. The past 2.5 years of my life have been the best 2.5 years of my life. I was engaged to the woman that I really hope I can mend my relationship with and marry and spend the rest of my life with. She is the mother of my daughter. We were together for about 2.5 years, and I did a lot to mess it up, and it takes courage to admit that. I know I messed up, and she was there for me through my lowest times. I got up, I was down, I was up, I was down, and she was there for me through everything. And I don't know, I guess I kind of just took advantage of her, and I was complacent. I just got to the point to where I was so used to having her around that I thought she'd always be there, and right now she's not. And I'm learning a very valuable lesson to do not take advantage of people who are there for you and do good things for you, who have your back no matter what. Keep them close, because you lose them and it's like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you try to imagine life without that person, and it's devastating, really. So me and her got together about 2.5 years ago. We actually met playing softball, and it wasn't long after that she ended up pregnant, and no regrets there. We have an amazing, beautiful daughter, Emerson, that I wouldn't trade for the world. I cherish my children, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. But what I want to do with this is, I want to take you through me. I'm probably at my lowest point in life right now. I'm not working. I have no way to contribute for my family or my children. This is very embarrassing for me to talk about, but I don't know why, but it helps me. It helps me getting it out and venting. I'm not doing this for pity or for any kind of any reason, but just to talk and get things off my chest. Had a beautiful daughter. I was working, she was working. We ended up getting our own apartment, and then things started going downhill. I got complacent. I got into gambling, playing online poker, and betting on sports, and buying baseball cards. I was really big into baseball cards for a while, and I just got to the point where that's where all my money was going, was to gambling and to baseball cards. I wasn't really helping out with bills or anything like that. I was just relying on her to take care of all that because I knew she would, and that was very, very wrong of me, and I apologize to her for that. It's been tough sledding since then. lost that apartment, got a different apartment, lost that apartment about 4 or 5 months ago. 3 months ago, it was in June when we lost that apartment, and we'd only had for about 2 months because I bought a golf membership that I shouldn't have had. I didn't have the money to pay for that. I stopped working as much. I was doing roofing sales, and I stopped working as much because all I wanted to do was play golf. I have a very addictive personality, and it's one of my biggest downfalls. Is I have an addictive personality. I do dip tobacco, and I'm highly addicted to that, but I don't know if that's something I'm ever going to be able to quit. I'm going to eventually try to, but right now it really helps get me through the day, as bad as that sounds. We have been living separate since we lost the apartment. I've struggled with drinking and doing stupid things while I was under the influence, and recently I was admitted to a mental health facility. I was having some suicidal thoughts. Like I said, I was struggling with my anxiety, my panic attacks, with trying to realize that I'm in a bad part of my life, and there is a way out, and it's up to me to turn it around. And I want you guys to go on this journey with me, and I want to show you guys that it's possible. Even when you're at your lowest point, you can always come back. I had a really good friend of mine tell me yesterday. I texted him. I said, "Hey man, I'm having some tough times right now. Could you say a prayer for me?" And he said, "Tough times don't last. Tough people do." And I took that to heart. It was really, really important that he said that to me, and it meant a lot to me. I think he's right. Tough times don't last. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm gonna get there, God willing. So recently, I got out of the mental health facility. I was in there for 5 nights, 6 days. And that really helped me a lot. And, I didn't have my phone with me in there. I couldn't, I had no really real communication with the outside world. I was able to make a few phone calls a day to my family and my children, and I learned a lot in there, honestly, about myself and what I need to do to fix things. I met some really great people in there that struggle with the same things that I struggle with, and that really made me realize that there are people out there that are like me. I thought for the longest time that there's no way anybody struggles with anxiety and panic attacks the way I do, but there is, and it took me a long time to realize that. And I hope that I can help some people out with this. This is really my goal, is to help people. I want to help people that struggle with similar issues that I struggle with. So, done with the negative, on to the positive. I applied for my student loans. I'm attempting to go back to school next year, try to get a degree in some kind of mental health, maybe a therapist or a social worker, somewhere that I just want to help people. That's when I was in there, I realized I wanted to do, because people came to me while I was in there for guidance. They saw me, they looked at me like I was just normal. And that's what's crazy about anxiety and panic attacks, is people see you and they don't see it. It's not visible. You can't see that on the outside of somebody. It's all on the inside, and it's tough. I'll let you know that. But people did come to me. I had people, have me give them my number so they could reach out to me after they left. And while they were still in there, they called me and were like, thank you for talking to me. And I made some friends in there that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life, that are going to help me get through things, and I'm still going to help them get through things. Hopefully. I struggle so bad with my panic attacks and my anxiety that I did have to apply for disability to have some kind of income to work. I have not received any benefits as of now, and I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna fight this battle God wouldn't put anything on my plate that I couldn't eat. He wouldn't throw anything in my life that I couldn't handle. He knows I can get through this, and then how much of a better person I'll be when I overcome this. So going back to school, therapy is really something I'd like to get into. I feel like I can help people that way. As for now, like I said, I'm not working, but I will be applying for a lot of jobs, in the near future. And I can't really be picky. I have to land something so I can support my family and my children. I'm relying on family to do that right now. When it's not their job, it's mine. So looking for work, going back to school, and this is just the beginning of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come out on top, and I want to be able to look back and see how far I've came, and know that it is possible to change your life. It doesn't matter. I'm 29 years old, and sometimes I think I'm 29 and this is the life I'm living. Is it too late? But the truth is, it's not. It's never too late. You have complete control over your own life. And for the longest time, I didn't understand that. I thought it was, I put the blame on other people for the way I was living and for the life that I have. I blamed other people. My mom is there for me through thick and thin. My dad is there for me through thick and thin, and they've both done so much for me. And I've blamed them for the problems that I have today, when it's not their fault. It's mine. I've created this problem. I dropped out of school my senior year, obtained my GED. I did do that. Went to college for a couple years. Didn't really learn anything. I was there to have fun and play baseball, and that's all I did. I played baseball for the first couple of weeks, and then I quit because I didn't want to get up early and go to practice. And that's something I regret that I'll probably regret for the rest of my life, is not following my dream of playing baseball. But did all that. I'm here now. I hope some of you guys will be with me through this entire journey that I'm sharing with you guys. Maybe some positive feedback to come out of this to help me out, and I'm gonna do my best to help anybody out that seeks it. If nobody ever watches my videos, that's fine. If nobody ever follows me, that's fine. Like I said, I'm doing this for myself and for people who are seeking help, that are in similar situations as me. It's been a pretty good weekend so far. My Longhorns won. Big Longhorns fan, hook 'em. Braves won again today. Big game, big comeback from our Braves. My Cowboys lost. It's been a tough 2 weeks for them. Don't know what's going on with them. We looked so good the first 3 weeks, and then now it's just blah. And hopefully the season turns around. That's something I'll do either. I'm going to share many parts of my life with you guys that I haven't shared with hardly anybody. I don't really have friends. I get surrounded by friends, and I do things that I shouldn't do. I've quit drinking, and I'm going to continue to quit drinking. I'm not going to drink anymore. It's not healthy for me. It's not good for me. I weigh about 50 more pounds than I did when I got out of high school. I was about 130 when I got out of high school. I'm right around 180. So my goal there, if I'm happy physically and I'm happy mentally, that'll get me where I need to be. And to do that, I need to be happy with myself, and to lose 30 pounds. I want to get down to about 145. And, be able to keep up with my kids, because they are a handful and very busy. What else can we talk about? I'm only about 20 minutes in. Let's keep this going for a few more minutes. I would love for you guys to share some of some of the stuff that you're going through, if it's similar to mine, to what I'm going through, and maybe we can go through this journey together. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna get a job and work, and I'm gonna take care of my family. I'm currently staying with my mother. Another embarrassing thing that I'm gonna share with you guys, because like I said, I'm at rock bottom, and I'm gonna make it to the top because I know I can. I want to be an inspiration for people that are at rock bottom and just think there's no way out, because I thought that. Been thinking that for a few years now, that I've been low. I have a really, really tough time with criticism. I don't like to be criticized. I'm not good at being yelled at or being told what to do. I struggle with authority. I've been to jail several times for stupid things that I won't get into, but it's been a long time since I've been in jail, and I don't intend on going back. I'm in debt up to my ears. I'm gonna work on that, getting that paid off, and I will show you guys that it's possible to get out of debt as well. There's always a way to do stuff. You got to be positive and stay positive, and that's the one thing that I am going to do. Stay positive, think positive, and just do positive things. Surround myself with positive things in my life. It's big. You surround yourself with positive things are going to happen. Going to church, that always helps me get through things. It's going to church, because I feel like every time I go to church, no matter what I'm going through that week or that day, the message I receive can always be applied to what I'm going through, and that's big for me. It's like, okay, yeah, he's talking to me. And it's crazy how that worked. I started going to church about probably close to a year ago at a New Life Church, great church in Bryan, Arkansas. Wonderful pastors, great fellowship, wonderful people that attend the church. I have several friends that go to the church. I haven't been in several weeks now, but I really want to get back going. It was a family thing for a while, and right now I don't have my family, and that's another goal of mine, is to get that back. But it starts with bettering myself. I have to be somebody that they can depend on, because that's my job as a dad and a husband. I have to be there for my family and be able to support them and take care of them. Other things that I do, I was playing golf a lot. I don't do that anymore. I've given up a lot of social media because it's unnecessary drama and things that I can get into that are unhealthy for me. Gambling and sports cards and temptations. They're all out there, and social media, I think, is a big downfall on that. Especially to people like me who have addictive personalities and can't really control themselves at all times. I do have my first counseling appointment since I left the facility, and that's tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. Really looking forward to that, to see get to talk to somebody, and maybe they can help me figure out what's going on inside my head, which will in turn help me straighten my life out. I will be back tomorrow with another video every day until I'm where I want to be, no matter how long it takes. My goal is by the end of the year to have some things paid off, help my daughter's mother pay some things off. I want to have had a job for several months by the end of the year, save up some money, get my driver's license back that's currently revoked, and have a vehicle to transport my kids by the end of this year. I have about 3 months left, and it's not going to be easy. I'm going to have to work hard. I'm going to have to save money, and I'm going to have to give up a lot of things that I love to do just to get by and just to get where I need to be. That's my end of the year goal. My end of next year goal is to be in my own place, preferably to have bought a house You know, if I have to rent, I will. But I want to be a homeowner by the end of next year. I'd like to get a newer vehicle by the end of this year, by the end of next year, than the one that I will be getting by the end of this year. I've already got that set up. To be financially stable and have my family back together. And I can't wait for you guys to meet them, because they are all incredible. And each day I will have a segment of where I talk to you with one of my kids about, well, I don't know, what they're going through at school, or, you know, even have them help me, you know, what I can do to be a better father to them. It's going to be a fun road, a fun journey. I hope you guys learn a lot. I hope you guys give me some input to help me get through what I'm going through, because I can always use help, and I'm always open to ideas and ways to get through what I'm going through, and to better myself. You know, I can't do it by myself. You know, I'm going to for the most part, but I can't. You know, I need people. You know, I need family. And with the help of them and the people I surround myself with, who are going to be good people, I'm going to get through this. I can't wait to be where I need to be, and to be the man that I need to be. Good night, guys. I'm going to go watch the rest of the football game, catch some shut-eye, bright and early, back at it tomorrow. I'm going to start my day off tomorrow with probably about a 2-mile run, do a little workout, and start my journey to Dylan Baxter 2.0. See you guys tomorrow.